All right, my name's Eric, and we are here with John and his 60-gallon cube. You want to tell us a little bit about your fish tank, John?
Absolutely. So first off, I'd like to say thanks for having me on the show. And this is my 60-gallon reef tank here. It's primarily SPS heavy, although we do have a lot of LPS going down here near the bottom as well. I really like having a mixed garden because I think it's just fun to see all the different species in there. Equipment-wise, what I've got running is I've got two Vortex. We have the MP-10 and also the MP-40 here. And then just a slew of Koralias of all different sizes in there. And I try to make it so that my flow is not very linear because it seems that the SPS really appreciates that. For filtration, very, very simple. All I've got is one of the hang-on back reef Octopuses. It's rated for up to 120 gallons, but of course having double or triple filtration on a tank will always help out. And I do keep my stocking pretty light. We've got two blue chromis, we've got one 6-line wrasse, one of the skunk cleaner shrimp, and then of course a little skunk clown in there. And so that helps to keep the tank really clean and the coral very, very healthy. Other than that, basically I've got two heaters just because I like to have redundancy in the tank, of course. I keep one heater just a smidgen lower than the other, and if I ever notice that my temperature goes down, I know that I have an issue with one of the heaters that needs to be addressed. Down below, what I've got going on here, sorry that my wires are a little messy. Of course, my two controllers for my Vortex there. We've got a Reef Keeper Lite going just so everything is on proper timers and really going off at the right time as far as dosing pumps go. And then basically just two BRS dosing pumps down below. And we'll go over parameters and what I'm actually dosing on the tank a little bit later there, but that's really about it. I try to keep it simple and sweet with this tank. Once a week I'm doing a water change on it, and really that's about it, man. It's you know, an awesome tank.
Nice and simple.
Thank you.
Sometimes I sit within the redwoods between some friends. It's good to know that they got me if I should find my way walking down Satan's path, looking for a deal to catch a deal on mass paper and grass. Honeys with money that'll throw me a stack. Thinking like that is what has got me lazy and sad. And it's crazy cause my baby wouldn't hate me if I was changing. But sorry baby doll, I'm always hanging on the same things. That's why I'm understanding, I'll learn to get over it. I'm holding on to total bliss and hoping for some golden hits. People ask me why I'm so overcomplicated. Just be patient, you'll see how far that we make it. Situations cater to the reflection of the patrons. Graduate from faker, haters always get the scrapings. Big chunks for the ones having fun, staying real. No big deal to express how we constantly feel. No third wheel, just a group of like-minded souls breaking the mold. It's more than just a thought provoked, it's emotion invoked and the laid-back vibe. A love for life and the wisdom for those who strive to do what's right. The vision, it's a magical sight, that's why I write. That's how I wash myself in the grime. It's easy to find peace of mind that the soul does seek. Just sit between two trees, hear the whispering breeze. No need to focus on life's perfections, just indulge and take hold on your current perceptions. A mind's a weapon, so keep it fully packed. One in the chamber for when you're reaching for facts. And that's that, find your proverbial cure, cause it's gonna get better, but it will also get worse. And that's that, find your proverbial cure. Find your proverbial cure. Find your proverbial cure, cause it's gonna get better, but it will also get worse, yeah.
Do you target feed your corals?
I guess I do, yes, absolutely. Yeah, so, you know, the rod's food, the fish eggs, I like to target feed with that because it seems like everybody likes that, from the finicky eaters to the corals. You know, the Larry's Reef Frenzy, I'll feed that once every other day in a very, very small amount, and again, you know, it's everybody really appreciates that in the tank. The Mysis shrimp are really just for the fish, but I do, anytime I feed, I'll turn off my flow, and so with the fish miss, because I'll feed somewhat heavily when I feed, you know, the corals are always going to absorb, and they always are popping out there, their tentacles, and trying to eat that stuff. My light cycle on this light is, you know, it comes on at about 11 a.m. It has a bit of a daytime, or excuse me, a morning mode, where it's going to be all blue on the tank, and then it ramps up from about 40% until about 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. it'll hit 100% intensity, and then at 3 p.m. it'll start ramping back down. I also have a little bit of a spectrum change going on throughout the day. Earlier in the day I like to run it at about a 6K spectrum, and then throughout the day it actually shifts all the way until it gets up to about a 16K spectrum. And the reason for that is you get a lot better growth around the 6 to 8K range, whereas your corals are going to color up a lot better in the 16 to 20 Kelvin range. And so I'm trying to get the best of both worlds out of this light, being that it's an LED and it's going to focus on one particular part of the spectrum.